Alright guys, so we're back with another video of FSD in Montreal. So in this video I'm going to show how we can use FSD to make the rides more enjoyable. I'm going to be going to West Island from TMR, and we have Fairview Park as destination. I already put it in, and here we're going to go with the mapping, and we're going to press start and let's see how it goes. So there's a car coming back, so I'm not pressing on the gas, it's deciding to go now after the car passed behind me. So we have a stop sign here. What FSD does is it's gonna slow down and actually stop till 0 before going again, and a lot of people hate that actually with FSD, the full stops. So what you can do if you don't want to do full stops is you can just press the gas. It's slowing down here. What we would do for a stop is this maybe, and then I'm pressing the gas now. So it's not doing the full stop and it's not stopping FSD. And that way you're going to make your ride much more enjoyable. Alright, so here we're going to be merging in a lane coming from the highway. I'm going to let it do its thing here to show how it performs when it's a one-way stop. So it's gonna have to stop once, and then we're creeping up, and since there's no car coming, easy turn, we're going. So it's Sunday today, Mother's Day. Maybe it's gonna be a quieter ride, less cars on the street. Alright, so the car was merging, it got scared a bit, and we're back. So there was a car coming from our back too, and that's why it was panicking. I think it couldn't change lane, wasn't sure what to do, but it handled it well. I didn't have to do anything. Let's see what it wants to do here. Okay. So ideally I wanted to take that that exit here, but this is fine. We can take the lights, so I'm gonna let it do its thing. It was confused, as you saw back there. It was confused, not sure what lane to take. This happens in this area for me, but I want to show you guys how it performs and when you actually have to panic versus not, because it's gonna make mistakes like we've said, but the mistakes are how you say, prévisible. So I speak French more than English, and that's why sometimes I can't figure out the words that I'm trying to say, but the mistakes are prévisible. If it's gonna come back to me, but you know what the mistakes are gonna be. So that, I knew what it was gonna do. If it can't decide, it's gonna pick one lane or the other. If you're in a hurry, obviously, and you didn't want to wait for the red light, because this, we would avoid the red lights, then take control by all means and do what you want to do. So let me see how it's going to do here. So we're turning in the left only. It should take this lane. Okay, I'm not sure what that was that we just rolled over. Make sure the tires are okay. All right, so yeah, the settings are aggressive for me on FSC right now, and that's what I've been enjoying the most, because it's going to be changing lanes more often. If you want it to be keeping more distance, then you can go on the section here, autopilot. So these are the settings that you have. I'm on assertive and automatic change speed set. So what this is going to do is it's going to choose what speed it wants to go at. So it's a 40 zone here, but it's going to decide to go 50 maybe, or 30, depending on the road, depending on how many cars there are. So it's deciding what it wants to do. All right, so green light for us. We can definitely turn here, and we're doing it. So we want to merge on the highway. See, it's a 50 zone, but it's going almost 70. So it needed to accelerate to take over that car, but maybe it's a bit too fast in this area. All right, so we're talking about the settings. The offset works for highway, so if you want to put it up, but if you're on the, I think if you're on this setting for automatic speed set, then it doesn't matter what you put here. And the rest is basic stuff on FSD. All right. So far, no intervention, green light. We're going straight, changing lane. And yeah, on the lane changes, it's sometimes undecisive like that. It wasn't sure. It starts to merge in and then it goes back, takes the lane again. And here again. So we want to take the right lane because this is going to be merging. All right, that was okay. Close this up. Okay. So here it's slowing down. There's going to be cars merging here with us. We can keep the lane to go straight forward. So again, it is slowing down. The car in front of us is slowing down. So what it sees is the car in front of us, and I'm going to show it to you. So now it's focused on this as it's black. Okay, interesting. We have construction in front of us, a car behind me. We have to change lane, and it is changing lane. Great. He's telling us to slow down. All right. Hand signal. So see, it's slowing down here, but I'm gonna press the pedal, and that's how you can use FSD. If it's not being sure of what to do, you can help it, right? I could wait there too, but there were cars behind me. I don't want to cause traffic, so press the gas. Not the gas, the pedal. This is not a gas car, but press the pedal and it's just gonna go. And then again, you can consider that as an intervention, but FSD is not ready to not intervene at all. And if you're paying to use it, you should use it the way that it's the most comfortable to use. And I think you do have to press the gas sometimes. You do have to take over sometimes if you don't want it to make bad lane decisions, bad speed decisions. Okay, so we're merging into the highway. We're gonna have a bit of highway to do, and after that, we're gonna be merging on Saint-Jean. So when it's changing lane, you can just check the blind sides. You don't have to turn your head. The camera's pretty good. I'm still used to checking the angles just to make sure that everything's okay, but you don't have to. So we're on highway, and the speed limit's 100 technically on a highway, but everyone drives up to 120. The way you adjust your speed is just by scrolling the wheel over here. So if you like to drive, me personally, I would go up to 120, maybe 119. You're sure to not have any problem with the cops. And you just put the speed that you want it to go at. And you see, because the car was going slower, we're changing lanes and we're taking the middle lane. So the car that I have right now is the new Model 3 long range. Looks pretty good, way quieter than the old models. Alright, so we're changing lane again here. And you can see the blue line before changing lane. It shows you that it wants to do it, so you know what's happening. And it is taking into consideration the lane as well. If there's any car coming, if it's safe to go. And again, our main focus is that car in front of us. So as I was saying, new Model 3, I'm very happy with it. I was considering getting a Y at first, but then I test drove the 3, and honestly the updates are worth it for me. I don't need the extra space. Quieter, more comfortable in my opinion, way better on the speed bumps, the potholes, the bad roads that we have in Montreal. There's always ups and downs and cracks everywhere, so it was more comfortable for me to drive the Model 3 than the Model Y, and that's why I went for it. But I'm sure the new Model Y, when it's going to get its update, it's going to be much better than this 3, and we'll see if I'm going to upgrade at that point. So with the long range, technically you're not supposed to be charging it over 80%, but today I charged for the first time over 80. I was at 100, just because I'm going to be doing long distance today, and I don't want to be having to charge in between. I don't want to stop at the supercharger, so I went to 100% just in case. And with 100%, I think I had about 540 kilometers indicated. Now we have 520. So no, technically I wasn't even at 100%. I was at 98%, I remember. So if you add up the current drive, 11 plus that, 32. 30, no, just 30. So 30, a bit less than 540. Alright, so technically there's a car behind me. Usually if they're going faster than me, it's going to decide to change lanes to let them go. Let's see what happens. So the lane next to me is slowing down. We're keeping our lane. And honestly, FSD, if anything, is the best for highways. It changes lane when it's getting traffic in your lane. It knows what to do. It's going to take the exit. So definitely recommend it for highway, at least, even if you don't like it on the casual drives. And obviously that is if you can afford the fee. Right now it's $99 in Canada per month. Much better than paying $11,000 straight ahead. Because you can decide to not subscribe, right? So I still have the free subscription with this car, but I might decide not. I mean, I already paid for the next month, but if you decide not to use the car for a month, you can take the subscription off, and you don't have to pay extra for it. But eventually, I only assume that the price is going to go up, because the better it gets, more people are going to use it, and they're gonna increase the price when it's worth more for people. But if you buy that 11,000 option, then you locked it in forever, right? Even if it goes to 200 a month, subscription based, you don't have to pay that. Okay, so we're taking an exit here, and I don't know what road it wants to take us through. Okay, so we're gonna go through red lights, which is good. We'll see how it's gonna perform there. So changing lanes again. I have a Tesla behind me, Model 3, the old version. Let's wave if he passes by, see if he's on FSD as well. Alright, so see the road? Horrible. We're shaking 24/7. Cracks everywhere. And they just rubber banded with some more asphalt, and they say it's fixed. So the extra comfort of the 3 is worth it for me in these situations. Alright, so merging into the lane, there's no cars coming. That was pretty easy. We're changing up here right now. Red light, we're waiting. So this is FSD 12.3.6. 12.4 is supposed to be coming in a week, according to Elon on Twitter. And he's saying that it's much better than this version. So basically what he's saying is that 12.4 and 12.5 are going to be bigger jumps than the small versions that we've been having. Hopefully we have the summon on 12.4. I'm excited for that. So right now if you have the old cars with the radar, then with the sensors, they can be summoned into the parking lot, but the new versions, hardware 4, are not able to be summoned. And with the either 12.4, 12.5, I don't know which versions, but eventually we're supposed to be getting actual summon that is also supposed to be much better than what we have currently. And I must say, there's a lot of Teslas now in Montreal. You see them every corner. There was one at the light there. There's one here. There's another one on my left that you guys can't see. There's another one there. Another one in the back. So 2 Ys over there. Yellow light, we're stopping. Let me see if you guys can see that. The Model Y. Yeah, so you see the Model Y turning right now. So how many Teslas was that? 5, 6 already? In a cold weather environment too. People complain about that. They say Teslas are not good in cold weather, but what's not good about being able to heat up your car, heat up the steering wheel, heat up the seats with your phone without having any extra subscription, get in the car. It's gonna melt the car, defrost the car, even if you have no parking. There's another Y over there, unless that was the one that turned. So it's a perfect winter car, unless you can't charge it every day. Then if you can't charge it every day, you definitely shouldn't be getting a Tesla. Alright, I'm gonna hold on to that call for a bit. So that was my dad calling. All right, another Tesla over here. And again, so that we just did a full stop, and I'll show you guys again how you can do a half stop, or stop the way you're used to it by just pressing the pedal. If you don't want to stop too long, this is what we're gonna do. It's slowing down, you press the gas, so you roll your stops if it's what you want to do, and if you want to risk getting a ticket. Another Tesla here, and it wants to turn. Does it? Wow, it's parking in the middle of the parking lanes, but still we parked. People playing tennis. And that is it. So let me show you guys parking, and we're gonna be done for this video. So here we go. So assisted parking between 2 cars. Let's start it. Let's see if there's gonna be cars coming behind me. Hopefully not. So this is what you do. You find your parking spot, press, and it's gonna park for you. Just like that. So that's it. That was FSD from TMR to Fairview Park. So let me know if there's anything else you want me to do. I'm doing this for myself, for fun, and the goal is to see how it's going to evolve here in Montreal. We've been seeing videos in the States, right? It's been doing pretty well. But the goal is to see how it's going to do here. And yeah, that is all. So See you guys on the next videos.